Are you someone who claims they're not good at sales? And is that the reason why your business is currently suffering because you're not good at sales? I want to challenge you in this video to why you may not be good in sales and how to fix that. Now, there's been many people who have started their sales careers and have struggled and have not done well. And there's three different types of people. There's those that said, you know what, this is just not for me, and they turned the other way. They maybe stayed in it for some months and they just never figured it out, so they gave up. There's others who have done it over and over and over and over and over again, and then have eventually mastered it. And then there's those that are just stayed in it and they said, you know what, I'm gonna settle. I'm just gonna be average, but this is just all that's available to me. I would like you at the end of this video to be the one who has mastered it, so you can learn to scale your cleaning business to as much money as you'd like because you understand the skills of sales. So no, sales is a skill that can be learned. You can learn sales. You don't have to start off knowing sales very well. You can take the time necessary to read the right books, to get the right coaching, to get the right mindset needed to be dominant in sales and in your industry. Those who are doing extremely well in your industry most likely are doing well in sales. It's not that they have the best service. You can probably clean a lot better than them, but here you are still cleaning while they're out living their dream because they know how to sell. Now, here are the skills required to know how to sell and grow your cleaning business. Number one, know that when it comes to sales, you have to be someone that's persistent. If you don't have that quality of being able to be persistent, being able to get rejection and continue to go on, you're gonna struggle when it comes to sales. And the way I got over that is understanding that, number one, I worked on my service to make sure that it is a very good service. And that way, once I do sell it, I know that they're the ones missing out if they're not going to hire me for the cleaning. And that kept me persistent because I know I have something available to really help them. I know my team members are gonna do much better than the employees that are there because the team members I have are motivated, because the team members I have are properly trained, and because I have the systems in place to sustain when we get that contract. Now, if you don't have that part of your business figured out, I would rather you do that before trying to sell. Make sure your cleaning works. Make sure that you're able to have that contract for years and keep up with it because the foundation that you have set in your business. So make sure your service, you're competent and confident in your service first before going out there trying to sell. And a good way to do that if you're just starting out is to do some cleanings for free. There is nothing wrong with doing free cleanings, whether it's offering it to businesses in your community, the first cleaning free, or just doing it for friends and family. Depending on what type of service you're doing, you can do that for free or at a fraction of the cost of what it would normally cost. That's how you build on a good foundation, making sure you have the service part figured out first, or if you're a business owner going in just as an investor, make sure you find the right employees that are able to do the service correctly, so that way you can build on them and know that you have employees who really understand how to clean whatever type of area you're cleaning. So that's how you get to the persistent part and grow in sales, is that your service works. That when your team comes in, they're gonna do what they're supposed to do. That because of your scheduling, that you use technology correctly, that you can scale up to 100, 200 properties without an issue because all your back-end stuff is in order. You know how you're ordering supplies, everything is in order. Like I used Swept in House Call Pro, which is amazing to keep everything in order because now you can scale to any part of the country. You can scale to any number. And if you have your other areas in place, this system is gonna be able to handle that and have scheduling with geofence, sign-ins, with having tracking and all those things that are needed to properly sell your company. Now in the back of your head, when you're going into these new businesses, when you're making your marketing campaigns, you're confident because you don't have anything to hide. You know that if they do hire you, that you're gonna crush it. Now, if you're not as confident about that, subconsciously, it's gonna come out in your marketing. It's gonna come out when you're meeting with these clients. So you have to get that in order first, because once that's down, now you can be persistent. Secondly, you need to know your business is not for everyone. It's not for everyone. They may not like something about you. They may not like your messaging. They may not like where you're from. It can be anything, and that is okay. It's not your job to please every single person. Your job is to make sure that everyone in your area that you service knows that you're available to hire them and that you are confident that you can get the job done and serve them well when you are hired. That is your job, and get in front of every single person that's available to hire you. If you could tomorrow have every business in your area that you service know you're available, that is the goal. Now, if they do not hire you, that is on them, but we're still gonna set systems in our CRM to make sure we're properly communicating with them over and over again so they know when the time is right that we're available and we're the first that comes to mind. So you have to know, to have the skill of knowing that, okay, I'm not for everyone, and that is fine, but everyone that I'm for, they're gonna know that I am available. They're gonna know that I'm available in the market that I service. If you start small and build on that, that is gonna do you wonders. Just being able to know that tonight, tomorrow, right now, every single client that's available to hire you needs to know that you're available to be hired. If not, you gotta get to that point right after making sure that your service is where it needs to be at. Now, the third skill you have is you have to know how to negotiate. And that's the skill that many of us have to learn. Like, I didn't come from business, no one in my family knew business. That's something that I really had to learn that I did not like learning, because many of us, when it comes to negotiating, we just don't naturally have that skill. So you have to study the art of negotiating. Be able to come in with the client and negotiate with them. Now, not on the walkthrough, but when you're sending in proposals, being able to follow up, being able to see what it is that they would like when it comes to your pricing, when it comes to their servicing, and getting the right things in place so you don't miss out on that job. Make sure you know your numbers, that you can still honor anything that needs to be added and still make a profit off the job. But don't just stop at sending a proposal or sending over some information and then that is it. That's not how this game works when it comes to commercial cleaning, especially as you start scaling up more to larger contracts. You need to know how to negotiate, or have someone on your team that is able to negotiate to get the job done, to get you in the door. Many times, if you're not hearing anything back, they just may have some objections, they may have some problems. You need to get to that and see what it is that is holding them back from moving forward and be able to negotiate to make it work so they feel like they're winning with hiring you. Now, fourth, you need to be a person that's able to tell your story well. I said in another video, you need to be able to, your business is started with a story. Tell your story well. Like, walk in there, let them know, a part of my story is I've seen cleaning companies in the industry. They were just investors. None of them were really driven about growing a business to serve the community. So I just wanted to start a small business in my community to serve every restaurant in the area and make sure that they're no longer struggling with grease, and provide jobs for those in my family who are truly looking to grow in a career, and provide opportunities for those in my community. Whatever your story may be, invite them into that. Know how to tell your story by pieces. Know how to invite people in at the right time. And when you get better at telling stories, we are emotional creatures. We buy off of emotions. Now others are going to remember that conversation. They may have did 5 walkthroughs, but they remember you and your story and why you're doing what you're doing. Why Atlanta Cleaning Services is Atlanta Cleaning Services. That's going to stick with them. So you need to get good at telling your story, knowing your story, and being able to stand out. Look, this is next level stuff. This is stuff that's really going to get you to that next level that you're looking for. If you don't take the time to practice it and to grow in it, you're going to keep getting frustrated and keep going around and around. And that goes to my 5th step. You need to have discipline. If you're going to get good at sales, you need to discipline yourself. You need to learn how to practice. Top performers, they practice over and over and over again. Now, I'm going to be honest. In these videos, I do everything one shot, no take, no multiple takes, none of that. But that's because naturally I enjoy speaking. And because I do it so much, it's like I'm always practicing, but maybe that's not a strength of yours. So maybe going and doing walkthroughs is not a strength of yours. So you need to be disciplined and constantly training yourself up for that. Because now, maybe right now you don't have any walkthroughs, but now when those opportunities come, you crush it. Because you've practiced pitching your services so many times with your spouse, with your children, with yourself on a camera like this, but you have really mastered the art of knowing your story and knowing how it is that you solve the problem of your client. Don't wait until it's time to get in front of a client and then do that. Like, that's why when I work with my clients, the first couple of weeks, we're really getting clear about who it is they serve and who we work with, because it's very easy to get in front of clients when you start understanding marketing, when you start understanding how to get in front of a client. It's very easy. The cleaning is, everyone needs cleaning. So it's very easy to get in front of a client and give a proposal. But I want you to be one of the few that stands out when it's time to give a proposal, that your company really stands out. that you are able to truly engage with the client and convert them into a paying client because you did all the things correctly on the foundational stage. You didn't just rush into doing what most cleaning businesses do. And that's why so many of them don't make it along, because they don't really build out anything like a true cleaning business. All the bigger companies you've seen, they check all these boxes, or they have someone in their company that checks these boxes. I want that for you, so your cleaning company can succeed and you can start making millions of dollars. And that's very small in this industry. If you have a $3-4 million company, that's very small in this industry compared to how others are doing. So I want you to get there, and I want you to get there as soon as possible. But you, as the one that's leading this vision, as starting this vision out, have to understand the art of selling. You have to master sales. Without that, you're never gonna grow to what you need to be. Or even if you hire someone in your company to do it, that's fine as well. But I would prefer for you to understand sales and to get very good at it, so you no longer have to worry about how you're gonna feed your family, where you're gonna sleep at night, no longer have to worry about your dreams and your goals, so you can have enough money to take care of all of that and just focus on serving others, just focus on getting better and better at what it is you do. And money's no longer a problem because you know how to sell so well. Look, if you're ready to take your business to the next level, click the link down there for the challenge, and I'll be able to see you live on the challenge, and we'll be able to help you get to your goals a lot quicker than you will on your own. Thank you for tuning in. Make sure you like, make sure you subscribe. Stay blessed. Don't rest. Get after it. Get started now.